I think the thing that I like most about Southwest constituency is that it has a bit of everything. And for me, one of the best things that it has is the proximity to the river. So, you are within 10-minute drive or 20-minute cycle to the River Thames. And I think that's really, really unique. I mean, we just recently watched the boat race. You can watch that for free. You're within 30 minutes drive to Twickenham Stadium to watch the rugby. You've got the football, Brentford Football Club nearby. You've got Richmond Rugby Club. You've got Old Emmanuel Rugby Club. You've got Twickenham Rugby Club. You've got Herodians. You've got pretty much Paulinians. I've missed people out. London Scottish Grasshoppers. So all my love for sports is all there. Of course, Richmond Park for cycling as well. But I think the thing that puts it all together is that river. My proudest achievement, I guess, as a councillor was when I first got elected in 2018. Somebody on the doorstep said to me, what are you going to do about my children breathing dirty air during their lunch break at their school? I said, right. I said, I'll do whatever it takes. And he goes, okay, you have my vote. And once I got elected, I rang that gentleman up and I said, okay, let's have a look at this. What are we going to do? He then said, well, I need £100,000 to build a living wall, a green wall around this St Mary's primary school. And I said, okay, fine, let's do it. So we started the crowdfunding. And to be fair to Mayor Sadiq Khan, he matched our funding. And the leader of a Labour council in Hounslow also put some money in towards it. So it ended up becoming a cross-party venture. And we raised the money. We built the living wall, which is still there in Chiswick to this day. And I think that's one of my proudest moments because it brought people together. It wasn't me versus Sadiq Khan or me versus a Liberal Democrat. It was us coming together as a community. I want Hammersmith Bridge opened straight away. I want it opened as soon as yesterday. How do we achieve this? I think the stalemate has been the fact that the ownership of the bridge is with Hammersmith and Fulham Council. TfL has some responsibility for transport, and then the government has some overall umbrella responsibility. We need to bring all those three together. It hasn't happened yet. And I think the reason why it hasn't happened is because the ownership of the bridge is with Hammersmith and Fulham Council. So my suggestion, something that I agree with Greg Hands, the Minister for London, is to take the ownership of the bridge away from Hammersmith and Fulham Council, give it to TfL. Therefore, we take out one stumbling block that is stopping progress from happening. So my then next decision would be, right, now it's in the hands of TfL ownership. Mr. Mayor, Mrs. Mayor, come on, put up the money, let's fix this thing. My biggest priority really, firstly chimes with a lot of people in Southwest London who are outer boroughs. I think they feel that they have been unfairly penalised with the ULEZ expansion. ULEZ itself works in a borough where it's been a massive amount of traffic. I cycle in there myself and I know how hard it is. But the outer boroughs have not got the same problems. And the mayor's very own data showed that there's negligible difference in having a ULEZ expansion to the outer boroughs. So that would be the first thing I would hammer home to make sure we turn around. So I think with Mayor Susan Hall, that will be done straight away. But whoever this mayor, it doesn't matter who the mayor is, I think there needs to be a representation, democratic representation to say, look, our residents in the outer boroughs don't believe that this works. We don't elect people at a high office to think for us. We elect them to represent us. And at the moment, I think that Sadiq Khan is not representing us. He's trying to think for us. And that's wrong. I think we need somebody who goes out there and actually represents the views. Well, firstly, I'm very loud. And you probably can't tell from here, but I'm very loud. I'm very unusual in that my upbringing, I was born in Uganda, in a village where I had no shoes, no electricity, no water, anything like that. I've had a series of experiences that make me have a very, very unique voice. I've lived in London with 7 different families, my own family, 6 foster parents. Um, so I know, and I've lived with those families, and some have one from Indian subcontinent, two from America, one from Jamaica, and one from Wales and an Ireland. So I know the dynamics of families in London, and I think that gives me a unique voice to be a representative, to go to Susan Hall, to go to Sadiq Khan and say, hey, you better listen to me because I've got experience of what that situation feels like. Or even if I don't, I know somebody directly who does.
Riverside.